From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Tisha Bader.
I'm Tisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 15th, 2021. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, arrived in Israel this morning, where she said she was looking forward to meeting with Israeli officials to reinforce the strong relationship between our nations and discuss U.S.-Israeli cooperation at the UN. Thomas-Greenfield is being accompanied by Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, on this, her first visit to Israel. Meeting today with Israel's President Isaac Herzog and his wife Michal at the president's residence in Jerusalem. Herzog tweeted his thanks to the U.S. ambassador. He wrote, "For your strong support for Israel at the United Nations. There is so much vital work for us to do together in multilateral organizations for regional peace, security, and prosperity." And U.S. Special Envoy for Iran, Robert Malley, arrived in Israel yesterday, part of his 10-day trip to the region to coordinate with U.S. allies in the Middle East ahead of the restarting of talks with Iran on the JCPOA, the Iran deal, which are scheduled to resume on November the 29th. Malley met with Israeli officials today, including with Foreign Minister Yair Lapid and Israel's Defense Minister Benny Gantz. Malley began his trip in the United Arab Emirates on Thursday, and after leaving Israel, he will head to Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Well, there's outrage over a demonstration that took place in Kalisz, Poland on Thursday to mark the country's Independence Day, where far-right participants shouted "Death to Jews" and burned a book meant to symbolize the Statute of Kalisz, a document issued in 1264 that offered protection for Poland's Jews. President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, strongly condemned the incident Thursday, saying the barbarism perpetrated by a group of hooligans in Kalisz runs counter to the values on which the Republic of Poland is based. Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid welcomed the condemnation from Duda and other Polish officials. He tweeted that he expects the Polish government to act uncompromisingly against those who took part in this shocking display of hate. The Anti-Defamation League said, "We welcome the immediate and clear condemnation by the Polish government and Catholic Church of this horrific anti-Semitic event and expect to see prosecution of those involved." 3 people were said to have been arrested in connection with the incident so far. And the ADL is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the alleged anti-Semitic assault of a Jewish man in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, that took place this past Thursday, asking anyone with information to contact NYPD Crime Stoppers. The Jewish man was said to have been hit on the head by the suspects, who are said to have made anti-Jewish remarks during the attack. The IDF shared that last week, Israel's Air Force commander, Major General Amikam Norkin, visited the Emirates for the first time and attended the Dubai International Air Chiefs Conference, an example, the IDF said, of the growing cooperation between air forces in the Middle East. And Israel's leading defense companies are showing their latest technologies in the UAE at the Dubai Air Show, which opened yesterday. Israel Aerospace Systems, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, and Elbit Systems. President of Israel Aerospace, Boaz Levy, said, "We believe that there are countless opportunities to work together, share our knowledge, and develop new defense and civilian solutions with our partners in the UAE and broader Gulf region, and together to create a brighter future." Yesterday, the Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, visited the Israel Aerospace Industries booth at the air show. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, November the 15th. At 7 o'clock, Hadassah Lieberman reads from her candid memoir. At 7:30 on Jewish Cinematheque, Vanessa Lapa speaks about her new documentary, Spear Goes to Hollywood, which tells of a Nazi leader trying to whitewash his legacy. At 8, we hear from ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt, who addresses the Jewish community of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Eradicate Hate Global Summit. At 9, Mark Golub speaks with Dov Lipman on L'chaim. At 10, Rabbi Capers Funyeh speaks at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up next, I speak with Rabbi Sharon Cohen-Anisfeld, president of Hebrew College in Newton, Massachusetts, about the history of the institution, which is celebrating its centennial year. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 15th, 2021. I'm Tisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.